Good morning. This is Stephanie. I wanted to thank our members for suggesting today's video, and that's talking about challenges with sleep. And so, sleeping challenges can be sleeping too much, it can be sleeping too little, it can be waking up frequently during the night. So, I first wanted to talk about, step one is to rule out other possible issues. So, that could be medication side effects, things like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome. We want to make sure it's not some other issue that's causing the challenges with sleep. It could even be things like the bedroom isn't comfortable to them. So maybe they're too hot or too cold, or they prefer some nightlight to make them feel more safe. It could also be they're not getting enough activity during the day, so they're not tired, or even just having too much caffeine in the afternoon or before bed. So we also want to recognize the role dementia plays in this, and that could be increased anxiety and depression, just changes in their body clock. So to them, like things like sundowning, it might not seem like it's time for bed. So some of the common symptoms we talked about a little bit are getting out of the bed, maybe wandering around the house or even outside, waking up frequently, having a hard time falling back to sleep. And, some of these are things we can all relate to. Their body clock might be reversed, so they might be sleeping a lot during the day, taking frequent naps, but then awake all night, which also means that you're not getting any sleep. And it could just be sleeping more than usual. Maybe they're sleeping during the day and at night. And so with all of these, we always want to talk to our physician. Some of it can be, if it is an issue with medication or another cause. There's also medications that can help, some as simple as melatonin. Some might be a bigger medical issue that your physician could recommend trying. And, with any new medication, I always recommend trying it and then being vocal with your doctor if it's not working, because there are multiple types of medication, and sometimes you have to just see what works best with your loved one. So we want to plan ahead to see what things that we can kind of take away and avoid. So one thing is we want to declutter. Sometimes, when we have a lot of stuff in our room, it's a lot of stimulation. Sometimes even for us, if our room is really, really cluttered, it kind of seems stressful and not a peaceful place. So maybe declutter a little bit. Try using low glare lights if you're using a night light, or even just lights in the hallway. You want to ensure they're wearing comfortable clothing. Maybe they've always been fine wearing the pajamas they're wearing, but now it's uncomfortable for them. So maybe they're just want to wear a big shirt or something that if they move around a lot, it's comfortable and not too constricting. We also want to try and do some type of physical activity during the day when possible. So it could be just taking a walk around the house. It could be doing something in the garden. It could be doing something in the house, just helping maybe with chores. Anything that's a little bit physical, a little bit stimulating, just so that, when the evening rolls around, some of that energy is used up. And another thing that can be helpful is having a nighttime ritual, something that helps our loved ones unwind. So maybe that's playing a song that they really like, or playing a video they enjoy, listening to an audiobook. All of those things can be soothing and then also help start signaling that it's time for bed. And another thing that we want to do is sometimes it is just a matter of picking and choosing our battles. And so it's kind of changing our mindset. So if our loved one fell asleep and it's at night and they're in their regular day clothing, that's okay. We don't need to wake them up to change into pajamas. If they fell asleep with the lights on and they're fine, we can leave the lights on or just kind of dim them. So things that, for us might bother us, if they're okay and comfortable, then that's all that matters. And another thing we want to do is, kind of look back and see what lifelong routines might be affecting their behavior. So maybe they worked an evening shift and that's why they're awake now. Or maybe there were certain things they did before bed that signaled bedtime. So that could be something as simple as having a cup of tea or warm milk at night. It could be maybe they like having a story read to them. Or like I said, listening to that audiobook. It can be soothing to have a ritual like that. So kind of just think back to what they might have done growing up. Maybe it's what they did for you growing up, and that's why they carried it on because it was so soothing and enjoyable. So we kind of want to look and kind of peel back the layers and see what might be causing that behavior. So I hope some of this was helpful in dealing with challenges with sleep. If you have more questions about it, please feel free to comment down below. And thank you again for suggesting this topic because I think a lot of people can relate to it. So if there's another topic or challenging behavior you'd like me to discuss, please comment below. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.